Guys, we've got to talk about this Savinho to Tottenham Hotspur bomber because I think this could be a mad pull from Tottenham Hotspur. Romano has confirmed that Tottenham have opened club-to-club contacts to sign Savinho for Man City. They basically got the green light from the player. If Man City and Tottenham can agree if the move will happen, and Man City weirdly looking to potentially sell him and move him on. Maybe there's plans for Marmoush to go to the right, Oscar Bob coming through, Cherky coming in. Maybe City believe they can get Rodrigo. But I think City could regret selling him a little bit like Cole Palmer, but maybe he just hasn't got the goal scoring output that City want right now. So maybe they don't want to wait on him. I don't know, but this could be an unbelievable signing for Tottenham Hotspur. And I just want to say one thing. A lot of people think he's coming in to be a right winger. There's this belief he's a right winger and is Kudus going to move to the 10. If you watch Savinho play, he plays better on the left. I think he's the Son replacement. I think Savinho is the Son replacement. Maybe he goes in the 10. He can play in the 10. Odegaard's looked all right on the left. I think there's a lot of potential in Odegaard. Maybe you have Odegaard on the left, him in the 10, Kudus on the right. Kudus has played well on the right. Kudus' best position is right. You're not going to move Kudus off the right. Thomas Frank won't do that. He's either coming as a 10, which I don't think he is. I think he's coming as a left winger. I think he's coming as a Son replacement. And I'm going to say in terms of creativity, he's got what you want. In terms of goal scoring, that could be improved. I think you need another attacker on top of him that is a proven goal scorer. But this is a very good signing. And my only belief that Man City is selling is because maybe he's one of those that you just need to be a bit patient with, and City just can't afford that right now with how good Liverpool, Chelsea are. Even Arsenal look all right. So yeah. I think this tells you everything you need to know. I was looking at some City stuff that come up on my timeline. Most City fans that are like, watch Man City week in, week out, would not want to sell Savinho. They would not want to sell him. You know, he's not a finished product. He's raw. He didn't score enough goals. He isn't the best finisher. But as a creator, as a ball carrier, as a guy that can sustain pressure, a very good player. I'm going to talk about Savinho, his strengths. But he was Manchester City's best winger up until about Christmas time, and then they signed Marmoush, and then he dropped off, and I don't know if that was confidence, bad environment, the fact that Manchester City were bad. But he was Man City's best winger at the start of last season. And this was my thoughts. But actually, before I show you my thoughts, here are some just metrics. So this is wingers aged 21 or under. So Savinho's age or under in the top 5 leagues last year. He was first for progressive carries. The best progressive carrier winger, aged 21 or under, better than Lamine Yamal, better than Desiree Doué. In an unstable City side last year, that was one of the worst City sides ever. Touches in the box, he will win penalties, he's very good at that. Crosses into the box, second. Assists, fourth. Shot assist, fourth. Yes, his goal scoring numbers are in the lower metric, but even statistically via Data MB, really good site, go check it out. He was first. And you know what's mad? If you went and compared him to Premier League players aged 21 or under, he'd be first in over 20 metrics, from non-penalty expected assists, non-penalty expected goal on assists, expected assists, expected assists, shot assists, key passes, accurate crosses, crosses into the box, deep completions, dribbles attempted, successful dribbles, offensive dribbles won, progressive carries, ball carrying frequency, successful attacking actions, touches in the box, touches, passes completed, progressive pass accuracy, passes into the penalty box, pass completion percentage. He's all first in the Premier League for wingers his age or younger. And that's not all his stats, but I can't be bothered to read out all his stats. But I think he's coming in as the Son replacement. Maybe Odegaard's going to go into the 10. Maybe you're going to sign a 10. Maybe he plays 10. I think this guy, El Khanous, maybe a proven goal scorer that can rotate with Solanke, and you're very complete. I mean, I would have looked at maybe someone like Harvey Elliott over El Khanous, but he looks like he's going to Leipzig. But here are my thoughts before I get into metrics, data, talking about the player, his strengths, his weaknesses. There are weaknesses that we need to discuss. So I said, Savinho is a great pull for Tottenham. His best football came at Girona on the left, but he can also play centrally on the right, an elite ball carrier, technically sound and able to keep the ball well. One thing about Kudus that you may have noticed in pre-season is when he carries the ball, he keeps the ball very well in the final third. He doesn't get pushed off the ball easily. Savinho can do that. So that's two players that are similar at doing that. Now, Savinho and Kudus aren't good goal scorers yet. That could improve with age, that could improve with system, better players around them, but they're good creators, they're good carriers, they're good at sustaining pressure, which means you're not going to lose possession as much in the final third, which means you should create more for Solanke, who is a good player that I think lacked service. He's very technically sound, by the way, very technically sound. His biggest strength is creativity. I think he got a crazy amount of assists, as I said, with his creative numbers I just read out, crazy. Finishing, goal output, that's where he lacks. Maybe that's where City's selling him. They've also got Oscar Bob, Cherky, and Marmoush that could play there. They've got Doku, they've got Echeverry, They've got I'm surprised City are selling him, but maybe they're going to get Rodrigo. Who knows? He got an assist in the last preseason game as well. And he looked good in that game. And I thought he looked good in the Club World Cup game I watched. Was it against Wydad? Anyway, the first few months of the season, I thought he was City's best winger. Then there was a drop-off, and then Omar Mamouche came in, was easily City's best winger. But I think in terms of confidence environment for a 20-year-old winger, who everyone's giving you stick for not scoring enough goals, even when you've got like 10 assists or 8 assists at that point, I think he was overthinking things and letting things get to his head, and I think he dropped off a bit. But that's normal with young players' decision-making confidence, and I think that will improve, that will grow. Son's first season at Tottenham wasn't great, and I think he's a Son replacement. And I'm not saying he's going to be outrageously good for Tottenham next year, but I think he will become a good player for Tottenham over the years, if you know what I mean. I think he will be good. I think he will be raw. Tottenham have got a lot of raw players. But Thomas Frank, I think, is a good step in his development. I think City need now, as Tottenham can deal a bit more with potential. No winger aged under 21 made more progressive carries than Savinho. He will help Spurs in build up. He will work well with someone like a doggy on the left. And Johnson can't provide that. Johnson provides output. He's the opposite of Johnson. He provides creativity, dribbling, sustaining pressure, ball carrying, elite on the ball. Johnson can't do the dribbling, the ball carrying, but Johnson can score. Maybe you play Johnson up front at this rate. But Kudus and Savinho are very good at elite ball progression, very good at carrying the ball, very good at holding the ball well. If you add a number 10, that unreliable cover for Solanke, they'll be fine. I think you'll be fine if you add a number 10, because I think he's the left winger, and reliable cover for Solanke, that's an output player. Harvey Elliott, Visser would be my picks. Harvey Elliott's going to Leipzig, Visser's going to Newcastle. You still need a progressive 6 in 2026. Palhinha's a stopgap. But I think he'd be good. Now, I think he's the Son replacement. Many others keep saying, is he going on the right? Is Kudus going to 10? I think he is a Son replacement, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, because I watched him at Girona a little bit, and he was better on the left. Via transfer marked, these are his statistics from Girona. In 35 games on the left, he got 17 goal contributions, which is basically a goal contribution every other game on the left wing for Girona, who had a very good year that year, obviously, as we know, has also played attacking midfield and averaged a goal contribution a game in attacking midfield, but 2 games isn't the best metric. He also played 1 game in attacking midfield for City last year. He played 27 games last year for City on the right and got 7 goal contributions. He played 12 games for City on the left and got 6 goal contributions, so that tells you what you need to know. He also got a further 2 assists, I think, when playing in a deeper right role. But he got 13 assists in the season for City. He then went and got assists in the Club World Cup, and then I think on international, I think he's got, apparently, and I don't know if this is true, apparently he's got 22 assists in the last year. I don't know how true that is, but some guy on Twitter was ranting about that. Via data MB as well, go check them out. I was comparing his last season at Girona to Eze last year. Now, Eze is better than Savinho. Don't let metrics fool you. Don't let stats fool you. But as a player, we're looking at Eze being the perfect guy for that left kind of role to replace Son, because Thomas Frank doesn't really play touch low wingers. He plays more inside forward. Eze's perfect. He's probably going to go to Arsenal. Cool. But I'm saying if you're going to look at Savinho and what he showed on the left for Girona, he has that similarity to Eze, but he's probably more... Eze is a better goal scorer. Eze is a better shooter. Eze is going to have more moments in him, but he's got the creativity and the ball carrying and the dribbling. Do you know what I mean? That's he's not better than Eze, but that's just... Eze was the green, he was the pink, you could see. Continuing on. So here is my thoughts. I think it would be a pretty scary signing for Tottenham. I think he would be good. I don't know how much impact he will make in his first season. I don't know if he'd be like Son, where the first season isn't great, but I think he would be good. I think he would be improvement. I think we're seeing Kudus in pre-season making an improvement. I think Odegaard I like. Odegaard on the wing I like. Maybe he plays 10. But I do think when Kulusevski's back, Kulusevski in the 10, Savinho on the left, Kudus on the right, Solanke up top, that is a very good front four if they're in form and stay fit. Now, I think he's coming as the Son replacement. I may be wrong. But he's better on the left. I think that's his best role. I think Son has gone. I think if you go and get El Canus or whoever you're looking at for the number 10, then it's very much confirmed he's the Son replacement, because Kudus is staying on the right for sure. Spurs lack creativity in pre-season. You need to score more goals. He doesn't score many goals. But you lacked creativity in pre-season. He raises that. Creative was an issue. Solanke doesn't get service. He needs to score more goals. He doesn't help you score goals. You need another forward that can guarantee score goals because Brennan Johnson and Solanke are only goal scorers. Maddison is when he stays fit, but he's good in tight spaces, good at manipulating past defenders, good at keeping possession under pressure, good at sustaining attacks in the final third, can carry the ball over large distances, break lines in big spaces. A doggy overlaps, could unlock his best moments, can carry. He could be lethal on that wing. He's an inside kind of guy as well, doesn't need to hold the touchline. A chance creation machine. Dangerous balls, dangerous crosses. I remember the assist he got to Haaland versus Arsenal. Very good. Finishing is his weakness. He's still developing his finishing. His shot isn't the best. Sometimes he'll make a really good run and dribble. His shot isn't the best. It needs to improve. Creativity, big tick. Goal scoring, big X. Goal scoring will improve with confidence. He did show at Girona he can score goals. I don't think it will be that big of an issue for Tottenham, but I do think you will want another attacking addition in that you know can score goals. Because right now, at Brennan Johnson, Solanke, you don't really have anyone in your squad that I think, okay, they can get goals. Kudus, good player. Don't know how many goals he's going to get. Odegaard, great talent. Don't know how many goals he's going to get. Tell, don't know how many goals he's going to get. Richarlison, don't even know why he's still there. But I think this is good. I still think you need more. But as a front four, that would work well. You could even swap Savinho and Kulusevski even. But Kudus, Johnson options on the right. You know, Odegaard, Savinho options on the left. You need a 10 because of the injury prices there. He can play 10. He could be good in a 10. But I think on the wings, I think he's going to be a winger. Look, obviously this is hypothetical. You have not signed Savinho. You might not sign Savinho. They might quote you crazy money, but the fact that you're in talks to sign him and the player wants to move, Tottenham probably have an indication of how much it's going to cost and is negotiating. Maybe you get him, maybe you don't. But look, Tottenham are very quiet. You got the bomber, all of that. Maybe there is something going on there. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Tottenham, if Tottenham do sign him, I'll do like a video, here we go, kind of stuff like that, unless you sign him within like 2 hours of this video, because then there's no point. But I think it would be a really good bit of business for Tottenham. I think City are selling him because they're packed with options. Bob, Cherky, Marmoush could all play on the right. Bernardo, they've got Echeverri, Doku, Grealish is still there. Foden could likely play on the right. Pardon me. Maybe they're looking at Rodrigo. His form did drop. I think City should give him more time. But maybe it's a Palmer situation. Not saying he's going to be as good as Palmer, but maybe he knows he needs to leave to get the minutes. And City couldn't give Palmer what they needed, and Palmer leaving City was a blessing in disguise for him. Many City fans are unhappy, and if I was a Spurs fan, I'd be happy at that. But look, he's not gone. I'm surprised City are even looking at considering selling him. Tottenham wouldn't be in talks unless City weren't considering this, but maybe City don't want to sell him, are only going to sell him for an outrageous price. So maybe this deal doesn't happen. But elite ball carrying, really good passer, really good creator, really good finisher, really good goal scorer. Not goal scorer, a really good goal creator, not a good goal scorer. Weaknesses is goal volume, weaknesses is finishing consistency, but he solves a creativity gap. He fits the tactical style. He has unpredictability in attack. You sign El Khanous, and I'm going to say Vissa, but you're not going to get Vissa. He's going to go to Newcastle, but maybe another someone to rotate with Solanke that scores goals. I think you'll be fine for next season. 2026, you've got to look at that progressive 6. Let's see how Van der Ven does and if he stays fit. But this would be a really good signing for Tottenham. It'd be scary. Thank you for watching. Bye.